Let's be honest, there's no guidebook when it comes to relationships. So we end up having to stumble through life trying to figure things out for ourselves. What if there was a podcast that found the answers for you, that provided insight to build a successful relationship and ultimately find the companionship you've always hoped for? Welcome to the Girls Ask Guys show, where we answer the questions most people are afraid to ask when it comes to lessons in life and love. It's time to master this thing called life together with your hosts, John and Ashley.
And welcome back to the Girls Ask Guys show, 10-Minute Tuesday. We have a very interesting topic for you today, and it's probably going to get a lot of your minds kind of rolling as to whether this is going to be right for you or not.
Right, and it's actually a pretty good question. When we heard it, I kind of laughed at it, as I do with most our 10-Minute Tuesday questions, just because to me, it seemed kind of ridiculous, but now that I think about it, it's not a bad question to ask. It's actually a really good question, and I think we can answer it pretty succinctly to really get it going.
Yeah, so the question is, would you feel like you were being handled if you found out someone you are dating used a dating coach to quote-unquote land you?
Good question.
It's actually one of the reasons why when the whole pickup artist community and all this other stuff started, we stayed anonymous because we didn't want anybody to find out.
Right, and like I said, it's just, when I heard it, I was like, that's absolutely ridiculous. But I guess I can see, based on old dating tactics, I can see where the question is, do you feel kind of manipulated in a way where they've been taught all these tips and tricks to land you? So clearly they're cheating.
Yeah. This question came from somebody that was watching the movie Hitch. And watching this bumbling person sitting there trying to date another person, and they just had no clue what they're doing. And here's Hitch, and see the hand come out and put the pin in the pocket. Now he's got a pin. So it's that kind of thing. But really, when you take a look at this and you break it down, you actually have to look at who you are learning from.
Mm-hmm.
Where is their mentality coming from? Are they in it to hit it and move on, or are they there to actually build a relationship?
Yeah, very true. And I think one of the things is, when we look at who you're learning from, I think that sort of should answer your question. If you're learning from an actual relationship coach who's teaching you relationship things, they're teaching you how to be better in relationships, not so much hit it and quote it, because honestly, anyone can do that. But when you're learning how to become a human being, it's not really cheating. It's kind of like therapy in a way.
Yeah. You're taking a look at this. We were discussing this before the show, and Ashley mentioned, are you cheating if you get a math tutor so you can actually pass the test?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing. But if you're going to somebody and they're giving you the answers and you're sliding that up your sleeve so you can actually pass the test, that is actually cheating.
Yeah, very much so. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think every human is born, and I think we all know this. Every human's born differently with different skills, different abilities. Some people are not necessarily equipped to handle socialization. They're not equipped to handle getting into relationships or even being in a relationship, how to maneuver through it. So I don't necessarily think it's you cheating as much as you saying, hey, this is part of my personality that I need to fix, and I need competent people to help me fix it.
And that's pretty much where we're coming from, is we're more relationship. Yes, we can show you how to meet somebody, but you're meeting them in an organic and authentic way. You're not using tips, tricks, tactics, and manipulation in order to get them interested in you. Because all that's going to do is they're going to feel used.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to last. You've got maybe, on a good side, maybe 5 weeks before they actually start seeing your actual personality and you're being totally fake.
Right. And that's what it comes down to. Do you want to be transparent? Do you want someone to teach you how to be transparent, how to be honest, how to be congruent, and how to be all of those things? Or do you want to just get laid? Because if you do want to just get laid, guess what? I'm here to tell you, there is nothing wrong with that. But to pretend that you're this deep person who wants to be with them and, do all these things with them, and you're really just trying to get laid, that's where the manipulation comes in. That's where those tactics come in.
Yeah. And you can go out there and you can take a look for yourself. You just type in to Google or Bing or whatever browser you're using, type in how to meet someone, relationship coach, dating coach, pickup artist, whatever it is, and all this stuff's going to come in intermingled. It's going to be all over the place, and you can just go through and click on each and every one of them and look at what they're teaching. Is it all theory? Is it just tips and tricks? It is. Oh my! It makes my head spin.
Yeah,
really, it's all over the place.
And it's a lot to handle too. It's a lot to understand. Well, we talk about very simple things. We talk about very actionable ideas and like I said, yes, they help you get into a relationship. What they really do is create a you that you're proud of and that you say, this person should be in a relationship. Now, it's pretty much that simple for me, I think. What do you think?
Well, we've been doing this for a while. We've been actually podcasting for over a year. So a lot of this stuff, it's very simple. It's very transparent. It's very, how would you say, simplistic.
Yeah, very
it's
simplistic.
Very obvious for us because we've been doing it for so long. But for somebody that's brand new, this is a lot of what we show is just stuff that people don't pay attention to, or they're like, why would I do that? That doesn't matter. Well, you add that it doesn't matter into 5 other steps that's going to enhance that it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Now it actually matters.
It does matter. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Now it matters, dude. Like, and what do it's such a weird dynamic. Like you said, we've been doing this for over a year, and as we get these questions, one of the strangest things is that they never stop
They never stop coming.
Coming, yes, but they never stop making me think critically. And that's one of the things that these 10-minute Tuesday questions do, because you have to think critically. My first thought is, why would someone ask something so dumb? And then as we kept talking about it, I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize that people are taught these manipulation tactics, and so yes, you would feel manipulated.
There was a lot of feedback on this one question. I mean, it just keeps on going, and it's from both men and women. Some of the women, not a lot, but some of them said, I would feel played. It was all a lie just to win me over. That was one of them. Another one said that she would feel manipulated, condescended, and used. But that's only 2. The vast majority of them came back and they're like, I would actually feel very impressed that they went through such a lengthy process in order to just talk to me.
Yeah, and I think that speaks more to the past of whoever's going through whatever they're going through. If you are a person who's used to being lied to, used to being tricked, used to being manipulated, you'll see it that way. Whereas if you're a person who isn't really used to that sort of life, and I think a majority of us are more likely to be on the negative Nancy side of when it comes to, humans lying and manipulating. So, I mean, even when we think about the responses, it's still clearly there's a block there that you're going through. And as soon as someone does something that you think is weird, without even discussing it with them, you automatically resort to a negative feeling.
Right. It's kind of like showing somebody how to overcome their fear of rejection or their fear of approaching. I've been to business functions or just going to a club. It really doesn't matter. And here's this person, they've never been there before. They come in and it's their job to network. They're seeing all these huge power players. They're like, what the hell do I have to offer? How am I going to start this conversation up with this person?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like a person who has never been in sales before. And then, okay, this is what you got to sell. Here's material on it. Now go sell it.
Good luck. Yeah, exactly. You could be lost in the sea of confusion that is dating. And much like sales, dating and sales are basically the same thing.
You're marketing yourself.
Right. Depending on who you run into, you'll run into people who can manipulate. That's how they sell. They sell using manipulation. They use fear tactics. They use these, just very uncomfortable, maladaptive human behaviors.
Just watch any, what is it?
Infomercial. Infomercial after 11 p.m.
Here's this little thing. You slap it on the top and it chops everything up for you.
But wait.
But wait. Of course, they show this person, they got the dull-ass knife, and they're trying to cut a tomato, and it squishes everywhere because they angled it just at the right moment. But this one, it's nice, clean, crisp, and you get nice little cubes and whatever.
Right, like you can slice and dice. And it won't even cut your hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's exactly it, is people will use, different sort of manipulation. That's just human beings. But if you aren't interested in the manipulation part, if you aren't interested in playing this long game for no reason, if you're interested in actually healing yourself as a human being and then saying, this is the human being I want to present to the world, that's where we come in.
Right. currently, I'm just going to make this so that everybody knows right now. I broke our fucking website.
Yeah.
I broke the hell out of it.
You broke it.
I don't know what I did, but I'm going back through and re-updating it. And I'm adding it a lot of brand new features that is going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
So watch out for that one once I get it fixed.
Yeah, just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
So I guess basic consensus comes down to, well, I understand, for me at least, I understand that some people might feel manipulated. I don't necessarily think someone going to a dating coach is them trying to manipulate you as much as it is them trying to improve themselves so that when they are able to talk to you, you see the real, true them and the them that they're proud of.
Exactly. And knowing how to present yourself to the other person in an authentic way without trying to get inside their head and mess with their thoughts.
Right.
That's not what we teach. We teach you how to be you and present the best version of yourself authentically.
Exactly. Yes.
So with that, we are over our time. So we will talk to you on the next one.
That's all for this episode of the Girls Ask Guys show, where all of us learn to master this thing called life together. For more answers to your questions on life and love, be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss a single episode. And head to girlsaskguyshow.com to submit your questions for a future episode or apply to be a guest on the show. Good luck out there, and we'll catch you next time, right here on the Girls Ask Guys show.